Yo, what's up? This your boy Rio again. Hope everybody doing well. Today I'm gonna touch on official certified coast boy stuff. Obviously I'm a coast boy, got love for it. Being from the coast is something different, something special. Got a different type of swag. You know what I'm saying? I grew up obviously, dealing with street stuff and all that there. One of my first role models, that I looked up to, as far as street stuff was concerned, was Wade over in Gulfport, over in like the north. I think he might have been turnkey over that way, but I know he was in the north, and it's Michael DeGrew, brother. Some of y'all, if y'all really from the coast, you know Michael DeGrew used to pull that bitch from the timeline, like all that shit y'all see Steph doing now. Nigga, DeGrew was doing that in high school, player, pulling that bitch and hitting it. But anyway, his brother Wade, cause my step pops, Jamaican T. Some of y'all know, some of y'all don't, used to mess with him, let me know some things, woo. So I learned the game, you know what I'm saying, from them. And, him being a dark-skinned brother, like he kind of, like if I think of it now, he kind of remind me of Dolph a little bit, kind of tall, dark-skinned brother, but straight player nigga, gangster nigga doing his thing. I ain't talking about gangster for 7'4", but just, in the streets, like, hey, about that action type stuff. So, then, seen Shay, from Biloxi by way of St. Martin. You know what I'm saying? Him and his brother straight soldier. But for Sean always had the cleanest cars. Like, that nigga was just the most gangsterest just nigga ever. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had number love for him. You know what I'm saying? When he got jammed up and got locked up, that hurt my heart. I think I almost cried over that shit. But he was just the realest nigga. That nigga used to pick me up from school sometimes and all that there. And put me on game, and it's just like, so it's nice to see him doing his thing now, and he out, obviously been out for forever, but turning around, got the businesses going, all that kind of stuff. So it's a good thing to see. But and it's like, the more I think on it and talk on it, it's like I really realize why I never really got along with niggas around my age, because I was always hanging with older niggas. You know what I'm saying? I was always really doing shit. I jumped off the porch early. These niggas couldn't even stay out past the street lights when I jumped off the porch. You know what I'm saying? So it was just wild, you know what I'm saying? And I was blessed and fortunate enough. I mean, I done hustled like in every neighborhood on the coast, you know what I'm saying? The Quarters, Gaston Point, Carline, Sierra City, you know what I'm saying? Villa El Rey, Rolling Meadows, Turnkey, uh, of course, Hansborough, you know what I'm saying? Sherwood area, that's where I'm from or whatever. So, you know what I'm saying? West Biloxi, East Biloxi, D'Iberville, St. Martin, Ocean Springs, past Christian, like everywhere, you know what I'm saying? And can't a lot of people say that. And he's like, oh, why this, why that, cuz. And, I was a different type, bro. That's the best way to put it. I was a different type. I was doing shit before you niggas even knew anything about anything, you know what I'm saying? I was already out there, you know what I'm saying? So, and it's verifiable. So that's why I always got along with old niggas, you know what I'm saying? And I just think back, when the Cash Money dropped back in '97, that's when it really became all about the bread. It was all about that gangster vice lord stuff up until then, and that's when jokers kind of started coming together just to get the money. So I think single-handedly, Cash Money helped, bring down some of the crime rate, down there on the coast, because everybody was just getting money. It was all about money. You really started seeing gangsters and vice lords work together and get that bread and do their thing, you know what I'm saying? And then from there, it was just on and popping. And we had some of the best years. Like, bruh, the streets used to be lovely. You see the Mississippi Hot Boys doing their thing, especially when they rolled over on Biloxi. On that time, bringing all the Lexuses and all that there, the Benzes, you know what I'm saying? And, Antoine and Damien and all them dudes there, you know what I'm saying? And just wow. And then, of course, Butt Naked, for me, as far as street shit is concerned, Butt Naked the GOAT, you know what I'm saying? He's the GOAT of the GOAT. And if anybody got anything to say about that there, you know what I'm saying? Speak on it. But Butt Naked to go. That man, did his thing. I ain't never seen him associated with no Fed charges, no nothing. And he was one of the realest. He had that act right, you know what I'm saying? Jokers used to, ride around. Because Jokers used to thought that Naked, if you didn't know, you used to thought that he was kind of soft, because he just looked, he looked nerdy. Had a little haircut. You always had his shirt and stuff tucked in and all that. But Naked rode with a chopper. Verifiable. You know what I'm saying? That man rolled with a chopper. So you roll up on Butt Naked you want to with the foolishness. talking that, oh, you think I'm weak because you look like a little nerd and he gonna chop your ass down. Yeah, so it was just, right, even Too Real, first Black Spring Break, that's who I was out there hanging out with. I was still in high school, you know what I'm saying, hanging out with T Real. So, it was on and popping, the MOB boys, I was always kind of partial to MOB. CBS was cool too, you know what I'm saying, Wade over there, you know what I'm saying, even though back in the day, Wade had some situations with one of my cousins and shot my cousin in the ass back in the day in front of the Blue Note, so that was my first introduction to Wade, you know what I'm saying? Like, I knew his cousins, Elwood and all them. I went to school with them dudes, back in Potts Ferry and all that there. Shit, hell, I even went to Moores, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, I done been all over, man. I'm a certified coast boy for sure. I done seen it all, and been through it all, It's just wild, what I'm saying? Seeing where everything has transpired, seeing some people made it through, some people didn't. But I don't know, the purpose of this video was just kind of just show some love, man. Some of them people who don't really, who everybody want to act hard, act street, but it's like, I was around real street niggas, like real people. I got my game from some real guys, you know what I'm saying? And I just wanted to salute them, man. Like I say, my boy Wade from over there in the north, you know what I'm saying? And boy Shay, Sean, you know what I'm saying? However y'all want to call him, you know what I'm saying? That dude there, like that was my idol. I looked up to that guy, and then he put me on game and showed me what it really was. I always had the flyest cars. I always just, you know what I'm saying, a cool nigga. You know what I'm saying? Cool, straight gangster, and he was my step pop like right hand man for a while there, you know what I'm saying? Even shout out to Marcus, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, it's just, the streets been dead for a while, but when it was alive, it was gravy. It was cool, man, especially on the coast. It was lovely, But anywho, just want to show some love to you guys out there, man. You know what I'm saying? If you ask me, the Mississippi Hot Boys definitely, was the biggest crew down there. For me, you give MOB, second. They did their thing, you know what I'm saying? All them dudes there, Shay, Nicky T, Dave, you know what I'm saying? Dante, just the whole little crew. I got to name everybody, but I ain't really mess with all of them like that. But, you know what I'm saying? Y'all know who it is. If you know, you know. But anywho. Streets is dead. Get your butts out the streets. Do something legitimate. Too much legitimate money to be made. Stop with the foolishness. Stop with the nonsense. Stop with the acting. All right? Later.